Heyo, Erica and her fish back here with the goldies. They got a water change, 75%. I tested their water before. It was 0, about 30. I feel like having the pothos in the filter box kind of took away a little bit. So I put all of it onto the left side there in the breeder box. I ended up just using that instead to baby proof it. I did, one of my Java ferns was glued onto a rock weird. It was one of my first ones, so it was always falling over. So I fixed that today, and then I moved a lot of my sand over to the left side for the crinum because these guys keep knocking it out. And yesterday it did not look happy at all. It was all limp and just kind of like hanging down. It looks a lot happier today, and that makes me happy. So Monstro's actually feeling very active too. Very happy with the water change. So right now everything is good in the Aranda tank. She really, she really likes hanging out right there. Sometimes it won't be upside down, sometimes it will be. It's kind of a choice, really. So, or she'll hang out underneath the crinum. Not too much upside down. So I feel like I didn't need to do the Epsom salt bath, but I did add 75% of aquarium salt back in with the 75% water change. And that's just to help her fins because she tore them, and they're okay. I mean, they're torn, but they don't look like they're getting any fin rot or anything like that. So just keeping the water clean, keeping some salt in there. I think as long as she has it in here, I don't need to do anything like a bath for her. So it's just looking so fresh and so clean. Of course, they do like it back there. Monstro's favorite hangout. She's been hanging out there some, out and about. I feel good about her progress, although I did order some extra medicine just in case. It's the erythromycin medicine, just to have on hand. And I am bringing their temperature down. It was at 74 in the summer. It would get up to 78, 80, and they were fine. And now that I've got the heater in there, I'm just trying to stabilize things and not let them get go too low and then come back up or anything like that. And we're still kind of using our cooler sometimes a little too much. Like, I get cold and I'm like, we need to stop. But it's not just me. So I think I'm going to keep it at 72 for this week, and then next week get them down to 70 and then stop messing with it. So that's the goldfish update. So here is the quarantine tank. It also got a water change. I actually haven't done a water change on this tank since Monstro is in here for the Canaplex. So I tested it today. All of this hornwort actually kept the nitrates down to 20. There was 0 ammonia, 0 nitrite. You can see there's a baby mystery snail up there on that hornwort that's floating. I still have only spotted 3. The snail did lay another clutch that I scooped out and froze because I don't need any more snails. Thank you very much. I just did a video talking about these. I thought they were limpets that hitchhiked possibly on this Anubias coin leaf from Marcus Fish Tanks. That's what I thought. Because it's new, you know? And I cut these guys feeding in half. So, and I even fasted them for 2 days before that. And I thought it was because I was overfeeding and leaving my light on too long. And I was like, yes, I'm winning. They're dying off. And I'm going to do a water change. I'm going to vacuum them all out. That was the plan. So I pull off the top. I'm just looking in here, trying to get a look at my fish. Lo and behold, the snail that died, it had to have left those. And I think they're actually fertile. I'm not sure if those white ones maybe hatched. I have no idea if these snails came from there. I think it's been about a month since the other snail died. You know, I did have the big snail in here too. So I really don't know who laid it, but it's there and it's coming out today. But I really thought these snails just came from nowhere. Alien snails. So now I'm going to scoop that out and do a water change. Here is that second clutch I had found in the quarantine tank. It's been frozen. And now I will freeze another. So yeah, on we go. Alright, Platy water change is done. I did get most of those little snails, if not all. That's ambitious. I did add some hornwort with a clip back there. I forgot to mention I was switching out heaters. This one is always showing about 76 or so. So I switched the heater from a 50 watt to a 75 watt. Still coming up to temperature. The fry really blends into the sand. He looks cool. I think I'm gonna keep him. And then Ruthless. So I kind of moved her plants around because I did the same thing with her heater. I thought it wasn't staying up, but for this one is actually this strip. It says it's around 76, but it's actually, sorry, 78. So it's all good though. This one's adjustable, which is kind of cool. Now all of my heaters are adjustable. I was messing around with her Java fern and I pulled some leaves off, so now they're floating, which she seems to like. And she's been kind of struggling with eating. So like the current from the bubbles will carry her food away and she'll be still staring at that one spot like, where did it go? It's very derpy, and I mean she can see it, she can see because I would guide her to it with my finger, but sometimes I'm running late in the morning and I just don't have time for that. And I was going to buy one of these feeding rings off of Etsy, but I ended up using a T connector that I had for my air pump and I was no longer using, and I just used a little bit of extra airline tube, and then that's one of the suction cups from the veggie clip, which I've been using for my plants now. So like right there where the clip, there's a little hole for the clip to push into the suction cup, and I just push that T connector into one of those. It sits right there. It works out well. And now her food stays there and she just circles it and eats up all her food. So it's working. She's so pretty. So yeah, she is the last water change of the day. Has 4 water changes, all 50%. Goldie's got 75%. So that's all my updates. If you stuck around to the end, I thank you. Thank you for watching Erica and her fish. You guys stay safe.